G'day everyone, Eric here, and it is once again time for Purchases of the Month. This time it's June 2024, and this is our first Purchases of the Month since switching over from Purchases of the Week. And given the pile of stuff I've got here, I'm not sure this was such a great idea. I'll try to get through it as quick as possible, but I'm having flashbacks of Cole Peterson with piles of stuff. So first off, the Mattel Creations stuff that I mentioned in one of those episodes finally came in. That would be Extender and Snout Spout. Snout Spout looks great. I really can't wait to get a place to put him. And Extender looks way, way better than I was expecting. So a big Australian institution is Big W's toy sales in the middle of the year. The Christmas sales, as they're called, because it's a thing where you lay-by toys for Christmas. Lay-by is Australia's version of layaway. I think that's what they call it in the States. Unfortunately, this year was really, really dire. Lots of very old stock put on the shelves to probably clear out Hasbro's warehouse. Not much anything else, but I did pick up two things. So this I was waiting for to go on sale because I thought it'd be just a really nice get for the WWE collection, even though it's a fictional wrestler, and that would be King from Tekken. I thought it just looked like a really nice figure. I'm not super huge on Bandai's toys as a general rule. I think they can be a bit, for lack of a better word, plasticky, in that they don't feel particularly durable, but this one's got pinless joints. I've heard very, very good things about their game dimension figures, and yeah, as I said, being a masked wrestler, I thought it'd just suit the collection really, really well. So, I also had to get something else because you guys know I like my Beast Wars, and I'm trying to get everyone they make just to support it, and there's a lot of stuff that, from the later years of it, because of, well, Pokemon, I didn't pick up back in the day, and never got around to importing one of these, and that would be Commander Class Magmatron, who barely fits in the damn frame. So, Magmatron's going to actually be kind of the topic of next week. I have some very interesting things to say about him. I haven't opened him yet. I've got to get around to that. Just wanted to do Purchases of the Month first. Didn't know if I was going to do a review. I'm not. That's actually not the video we're making next week. But he's very topical for next week. He looks really good. I know he's bigger than the original. He's one of the few times where I do think that it is a massive improvement on the original. I'm not always totally sold on Hasbro's improvements, but this is one where I am. So let's move on to the next part of the video with all the WWE figures that I purchased this month. Unfortunately, Australia has a problem where not every single figure comes out. Either waves are skipped in their entirety, or if they do come down, figures are skipped. We only get a select assortment of that wave. That means you have to take a roll of the die with a drop shipper. I use Mash Toys for most of my ones that I take the die roll with, or have to catch up because, oh, hey, I found the wave and these characters are missing. But I guess that means Mash is laughing like Ted DiBiase because they're nearly double the price of retail, but compared to buying it from Big Bad Toy Store, which I was doing for a while, it probably works out better for me in the long run. Anyway, let's get started with 108, and this one was definitely missing from our assortments, and that would be the best part of basically any show she's on, Chelsea Green, or should we say Chelsea Green. She is an absolute delight on the show, genuinely funny, very good in the ring when you've actually seen her be able to go. This is her second figure. Both cases she had the chase, both cases wasn't able to get the chase. This one because it won't be on the shelves and I'm not going to pay the big bucks that I'll be going for. But it's a nice figure. Have Dewdrop, got to still open her, but until Piper Nevin comes out, they'll work well together. I think that Dewdrop's in blue, so they'll work out well. Terry Gordy didn't come out for this wave. The rest did. Brock and LA Knight are shipped really, really hard, especially LA Knight. Yeah, kind of sick of seeing him. Not a big fan of LA Knight in general anyway. So, next wave, one that I was really, really looking forward to because it meant I get to finish a faction. It's one of my favourite lady wrestlers, even though I actually really like most of the people in this faction, and that would be Bailey. This is, I think, the third Bailey in the collection. I don't actually have a face Bailey from an old Hugger gimmick. I really want the last one they did in red, but I'm happy to have Bailey. Finishes off damage control. Probably going to have to get a new Bailey for her new face right now, but I think it really looks the part. I don't care so much about the basic boots. I like the thumbs up, thumbs down hands. It's going to be fun. And nice picture on the back. Bailey and Cody were the figures that didn't come out for this wave. Cody really surprises me because he's a really popular character, and I don't get why he's the one that they skipped. That's really strange. I would have banked that they would have skipped Shinsuke, to be honest. So nice picture of Bailey on the back. Finally is, okay, Bailey doesn't want to stand up. Stand up, stand up. Okay, rest, whatever. It's like dogs. It's like stand, stand, sit, sit. Nope, not going to do it. Okay, just do whatever you want to do. Good dog. There we go. Anyway, that's close as I'm getting. Anyway, next wave. We haven't gotten it here yet. Don't know when it'll turn up. But I've banked that these two won't be coming in. And these are a tag team that I did not like when they first came out. I found them really annoying. And then I warmed up to them, and I miss them on TV now. And that would be Pretty Deadly. Really happy to have Pretty Deadly. As I said, we don't have this wave yet. I think they're pretty good likenesses too. I don't know if I'll be using the Yes Boy or the normal heads on them. The hands are rattling around in Elton's. That happens, unfortunately, with Mattel's factories. The hands get loose. Remember Whiplash from last time? And on the backs with the glamour shots. This wave, I'm probably mostly looking for Rhea if this wave ends up on the shelves. Otherwise, I'll be skipping the rest. I know someone probably wants Austin Theory, so I'd pick up that for them if I found it in my travels. But other than that, yeah, I've got enough Romans. Bruno's before my time, and I don't collect those figures too hard. If I found it, I found it. If I didn't, I didn't. Don't mind. And at this point, we don't have a matching set of their Brawling Brutes, so it's not a big problem missing out on Butch. I think I'll just wait for Tyler and Pete Dunay to come out, as it were. So let me just put these four away, and we'll get up to the ones actually found at retail. So with the stuffy distribution for Australia, that means I either leave figures for retail if I think they're going to come out and I don't want to pay exorbitant amounts for them, or I found them before the dropshipper got them in stock. So first up would be one that I left. I did want, but I didn't want to pay dropshipper prices for, and that would be Brock Lesnar. I actually really miss Brock. It really doesn't feel the same without him, does it? Bron Breakker's got a lot of potential, and he's kind of filling that gap, but it's not the same. This one I really like. It's my third Cowboy Brock because I have the Beast versus Tribal Chief set with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, and I have the Chase version of the Overalls Farmer Brock. And I like this one. It's just, I don't actually have a normal ring gear Brock of this era, so this is the closest I have with that. I like the vest. I actually really like the Dragon Ball posing in the packaging. That's great. I really like that. Nice mean picture of Brock on the side, and glamour picture on the back. Laughing Brock as he does these days. Skip Day Night, not a fan. Yeah. Bronson Reed, prior one's fine. Omos, the basics still does me. And Terry Gordy, don't know him enough to invest big bucks into him. So Brock was really the only other one I wanted from this wave. And I'm happy to have him because I like Brock Lesnar. So for the next wave, we have to talk about Judgment Day. I've got Finn Balor from the prior waves. I'm not going to get the one that was just shown off last night for me, 111. I don't like the JD McDonough coming out. I think they need to redo the face. I want him in black. I actually really like JD McDonough now. I didn't like him like I think most people didn't when he first came on. But the guy is really talented in the ring, and he kind of feels like the second coming of Shawn Michaels in a way if you watch his actual performances. I don't think he's as good as Shawn on the mic, but he's Shawn level in the ring. Rhea, I want a black one with the long hair, her current look. I haven't really been fussed on any rare to come out. The white one, if she came up on the shelves, I'd probably pick her up like Brock here, but I'm not going to pay dropship cost for her. Damian Priest. I was waiting on Send Your Money in the Bank, but when I saw this on the shelf, it's like, yeah, I'll just pick up this Lewis. It'll do till if I can't get Send Your Money in the Bank for whatever reason. That's the ultimate. Anyway, I think it's a really nice looking Damian Priest. Looks the part, nice shirt, nice moulding. Looks dead ringer to me. Nice glamour picture on the pack. As I said with this wave, it's really, really strange Cody didn't come out. I don't get that. And Seth is over shit. There's so many Seths. I get it, he's got the belt, he's the champion at the time, but when over the boxes, Seth, oof. And that finally leaves us with Dominic Mysterio. Now, I've got to admit something. I am a Dominic Mysterio completionist. I actually have every single Dominic Mysterio figure so far, and it's not going to stop. Him and Io are the only ones I'm actually a completionist of. I'm very close to Zelina. I need the 2-pack with Andrade. I'm not going to chase it down because I'm not interested in it that much. And at least not enough to go that far. I also have every Santos Escobar so far. And Joaquin Wild and... Cruz del Toro, I think he goes by now. But that's just by chance that I picked them up. It's like, okay, this... Dominic and Io were deliberate. So that's... Ex-Condom. Now, I think this is a great-looking figure. The new hair sculpt looks great on him. It's got that Eddie Guerrero look. The plaid shirt turned out great. The Bandito mask, the glasses, I just think this is a great-looking figure. Even though it is just the previous figure from the neck down underneath the shirt, the accessories and the new head just make it. It's a great figure. It's going to look good with all the rest of my DOMs. And I'm not going to stop. So, yeah. It's funny how the hair's so different. So I guess you could find one of the DOMs with the hair swept back, put it on this one, and use this one more as a in-ring DOM. Or just put this gear on the previous DOM, which I think has his hair swept back. But anyway, that's it for the elites. Let's get on to the basics. So we move on to the basics, and this is a big, sad story of chasers and one fun story. So... finished off 146, our last basic wave before it changes to main event with Bret Hart. I like Bret a lot. He's one of my favourites. Probably would end up in top 4 if I was doing my Mount Rushmore. But couldn't find the Black Pants pink top one, which I consider peak Bret. That's my favourite favourite colour scheme for his clothes. But the all pink one's nice. It's probably one of the better Bret heads they've done. As we all know, Bret has problems with the head sculpt department. And ended up with a lot of this wave, actually. Only Roman and Kevin I didn't pick up because I got enough Romans, probably too many Romans, if there's a such thing as enough trouble chiefs in your life. And wasn't terribly interested in Kevin Owens. Next up for 147, that's when we start main event. Got my first version of a person I've wanted for a long time, and why I mentioned this person earlier, because they were on my mind. And that'd be the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I got Virgil waiting to be built. I've still got to open those figures. As I said, we could make this a whole channel just opening wrestling figures and Masters of the Universe figures. Though I have a lot of the crossover figures too I've got to open. But Ted, I'm really happy to have. It's my first time owning Ted. I think the suited Ted's great for a basic because it's not something you're going to move around too much. And the rest of this wave, got enough Seths, got enough AJs, don't care about Caden Carter and Katana Chance whatsoever. So there's Ted, could put him with Virgil. But what about IRS? Yeah, well, I found Chase Ted too. And Chase Ted had to pick it up, not only just because it's a chase, but because... Again, you kind of need 2 Teds because there's 2 guys that go with Ted. So that's all I picked up for 147. This is the one hitting saturation at the moment, but I can't wait for the next wave to hit saturation. And this is another sad story of chasers. So I only picked up 2 figures so far from 148. I won 3 because I want the chase. The first one, Hulk Hogan. You can't have enough Hulksters in your life, apparently. This one's face is great. right skin tone, looks the part. It's just a nice all-round basic. Got the old basic articulation in the arms, so it's got an old Elite. It's actually pretty much an old Elite bar. Did the original Elites have single jointed knees? I didn't collect that far back. But yeah, it really does look like an old Elite. And as far as the rest of the wave goes, Roddy didn't do it for me. That's something I'd really prefer as an Elite, and I'd want fully decked out. As I said, Caden Carter, not interested. Carmelo Hayes, not terribly interested. And John Cena. Well, I've got a lot of John Cenas. He's another guy you can't have too many of, or you can. But I didn't have a specific colour scheme, and this was it. I really wanted the bright green colour scheme. I think it looks great. The new sculpted on hat is really nice. I think it makes it different. It's just a nice figure. I like it. Comes with the You Can't See Me hand. So for a basic, it's just got a lot going for it. However, this one's also the chase, and it's literally the You Can't See Me one. It's the see-through one. And I forgot it was in this wave. I didn't check properly when the box was put out, because I came in when a box had just been put out by what it looked like. And I got a feeling I missed the chase. And I really wanted that see-through John Cena. Hopefully, when this wave hits saturation, because it feels like a wave that hits saturation, it's got 3 heavy hitters in it. And I think a lot more people like Carmelo Hayes than dislike him, or in my case, apathetic. Couldn't care less, he's just kind of there. But I think this one might hit better saturation, like the previous wave did, because AJ and Seth are heavy hitters. So hopefully I get my chance to find that chase John Cena. So let's get on to the final part of the video. Editing Eric here. I forgot I got something else this week. This one I never expected to see here. I ifed and ummed for a couple of weeks, but I liked it for figure photography and for display purposes, and that would be the Slambulance. Yeah, never actually seen the Slambulance or any of the Wrecking vehicles here before. Oh, it was a bit more than one to spend, but it's a really, really nice piece. Can't wait to get it set up. So the last thing I want to show off this week is something Transformers related or adjacent, but I've been putting off for a very long time, despite being cheap as chips, but I just couldn't stop myself as I saw the stock levels go lower and lower, and it's like, it's next to nothing. I probably should try it out, see if I like it, and then get the rest of the assortment. And that would be these X-Warrior kind of Transformers things. They're just Chinese toys, I'd assume. Warrior, Fighter, Thunder. But I really like the gimmick on this line, right? It works like the Micromasters combiners, where the two vehicles combine. And I like small Transformers. These actually look like old Legends cars to me. I think they're about the size of a deluxe. They're only, after discounts from Toymate, $4.75 each. So as I said, next to nothing. But I'm really curious on these ones, how good they are. I'm curious on the plastic quality, honestly, at that price. But as I said, I really like the Micromaster Combiner gimmick. I love Micromasters in general. It's of G1, it'd probably be the only thing I'd want to collect, but it's probably just never going to happen. But these being based on that gimmick, it interests me. I think they may be inspired by the recent Micromasters, because I know they had some Micromaster combiners, but they were very badly priced for what they were. Anyway, that's actually all for this week. If you follow my Twitter, I might talk about these there. If you want a video on them, yeah, I'm not sure that'll happen. But anyway, till next time, friends, this has been Eric from Toys Down Under. Expect next time's video to be much, much shorter than this one.